First of all, the Senate proposal, are you going to be able to support this on the floor?
I will, and I think it'll get a 75 to 80 vote support tonight.
That much tonight?
I think so.
And what sort of message do you think that sends? All the fighting we've seen back and forth here, and we have this overwhelming bipartisan vote?
Because we addressed the BCA, we kept the spending caps where they've been.
Budget control. Right?
Exactly right, which will cut $1.2 trillion in spending over a decade. That's important. We got verification and eligibility for subsidies in terms of Obamacare. That was important. We brought the government back in business until January the 15th. That's important. And we extended the debt ceiling until around the 7th of February. That was important.
You're a good friend with John Boehner. Just shared with you the statement that he issued. He got a standing ovation in the House Republican Conference. What's your take on John Boehner and all this and the decision he's had to make?
He's fought the hard fight. He did the very best he could. I have tremendous admiration for him. He gave his members a chance to do the right thing. They couldn't quite get there, but I appreciated his call last night, turning it over to the Senate.
And as you look back at this, was this fight really necessary? Was this counterproductive for Republicans, given what we've seen with the polling?
Well, you should never set a goal that's unachievable, and to defund Obamacare or shut down the government was a road too far to reach. President Obama's a Democrat, has the veto pen. The Democrats control the Senate. So you couldn't get there from the beginning. That was probably the flaw in the strategy. We should go back to achievable goals that we can make and account for.
And what do you think is an achievable goal when it comes to the budget going forward? Are we going to be right back at this again with the debt ceiling? Is there an opportunity for a bigger deal?
Hopefully we'll watch reruns of what's happened the last 3 weeks and learn our lessons so we never let this happen again.
What about negotiating over the debt ceiling? Is that now officially over? The president held his ground pretty firmly here, and it looks like he's prevailed. No negotiating.
We've got to remember, John Boehner said a month ago the debt ceiling will not be breached. We're not going to default on our debt. Nobody in the Senate said the same thing. The debt ceiling is inviolate. We've got to make sure we protect our credibility.
So you're still optimistic that there is an opportunity, as Senator Klobuchar said she was, for this Democrats and Republicans, the Senate and the House, to negotiate a larger budget agreement here. You really think there's a chance there?
I do.
And what makes you optimistic about that?
I was a salesman for 33 years of my life. I always believe I can accomplish something.
Entitlements and revenue both part of that?
Got to be part of it. Got to be part of it. That's where the money, like Willie Sutton said when they say, why do you rob banks? He said, that's where the money is. Entitlements, that's where the money is.